I am Dr. Charles Apoki. All lives are equal before God, but they are not equal before man. All lives are equal before the law, but that's ideally, and there's no ideal situation in reality. In reality, every person is not equal before the law. The earlier these things sink into your head, the better for you. I learned to face reality very early, particularly in third world nations. Even in developed societies, the number of black people unjustly jailed in the United States, even executed for crimes they did not commit just because of their color, until DNA analysis came, was enormous. And so the likelihood of your being treated unfairly as a black man in the United States is very high. In some other European countries, very high. The likelihood of being maltreated in Nigeria as a poor man, very, very high. There are some tribes you come from in this country, you are disposable. There are some tribes you come from in this country, their cows are more sacred than you, the human being. A video was sent to me. A retired rear admiral, herdsmen went into his farm, eating the crops that he had prepared to harvest a few months later. That's after the Christmas festivity. Because he dared to confront them, a retired rear admiral, they macheted his head in several places and fled. Most likely, nothing will happen to those people, nothing. If the rear admiral had pied one of those headsmen, or even a cow, they will come for him. They will pay for it. That's the reality of this country, the reality of this country. And the earlier you realize it, the better for you. I went to give a lecture to a group of accountancy students in Port Harcourt on the 7th of December. And I told them, I am not leaving this country. This is the place where I have done well and I owe this country. But my children do not owe this country. And so I can't compel them to stay in this country. There are places where they will be treated more decently as a citizen than in their own country, the country of their father's birth. Let me just, those of you criticizing Kemi Badenoch, would she have been able to rise to the level of the ruling party if she were to be in Nigeria? No, don't deceive yourself. Who will give her the chance? She most likely will be serving drinks. Mo Ibrahim, the owner of Orascom Telecom, said that if Barack Obama had grown up in Kenya, that he would have ended up as a bus driver or bus conductor. So, this nation, I will get to a point. Some lives are more valuable than others. I saw a governor. He took his 2 sons to go and visit the president. One lady came up allegedly that one of them was wearing a Rolex wristwatch that ran into millions of naira. Rolex. Young boys They don't have any tangible business, just like their father. Politics is their business. No tangible business, nothing they have really done. Went to see the president, and their father carried them past a long line of hungry Nigerians from the same tribe, most likely from the president. Those people, disposable, the wretched of the earth, while the oligarchy. The next thing is that I want to sympathize and extend my condolences to the governor of Jigawa State, I hope I'm right, who lost his mother, then lost his 24-year-old son in a road traffic accident. Oh, all the governors, vice president, every person were struggling over each other to go and do condolence visits. Nigerians. How many Nigerians have burnt to death, been crushed, been kidnapped? How many people have lost sons in awaiting trial, men, ATM, in correctional centers, unjustly? How many sons have been shot dead in the north? How many sons have been kidnapped? How many daughters have been kidnapped? How many people have, the young girl, burnt to death, Deborah, burnt to death in one of the states? All lives are equal before God, but not before men, not before Nigerians. The judiciary in this country, they are placing their in-laws, their daughters' in-law, they are placing them in strategic positions, while the children of the talakawas like us are struggling to even have a posting. NNPC, they are replacing the hierarchy with their children. In politics, they are replacing, positioning their children, positioning them properly. Then you, you come and attack somebody like me. You tell me my life is on the line. Your own life, which line is there? You are disposable too. Disposable. I've had a better life than you. You come and they pay some of you to open YouTube channels and be attacking me. You are disposable like trash. Bashar al-Assad carried his family, allegedly carried money, gold and the rest things. Otilo, Osarelo, Ogbaloso, Afereyan to Russia. Meanwhile, some of his soldiers that fled to Iraq were returned back to Syria, and I saw them shivering in the cold. The Russians in Syria, some of them have not been able to leave. Some of the foot soldiers of Assad were hunted down by the people. Those ones disposable. It's like that everywhere. Where is Lai Mohammed? Where is the media aid to Buhari? Disposable. The wretched of the earth. Disposable. Now, an egalitarian society, a just society, a society where social justice is practiced, is a system where the leadership is disposable by the followership. Look at South Korea. The man wanted to put martial law. They flung him out. His replacement came, flung him out by the power of democracy of the vote. And you in this country, you sell your votes. You vote according to tribal lines. You vote according to religious lines. You vote according to regional lines. You vote according to party lines. You vote according to the trail of money, of plastic bucket, of mat, of a mudu of rice, of beans. That's why your lives are of no use. Disposable to the rich. This is a country where somebody will tell you, I will make you disappear. And because you are disposable, you will really go and apologize to him so that you don't disappear. I've been seeing videos of my Igbo brothers going home, long queues of vehicles. And somebody rightly commented that all this talk about the economy is not affecting Igbos, that there are many people suffering in the East, and it is true. But what intrigued me is that I saw a convoy of cars, 2 G-Wagons, several other cars, going to a village in the East, and there were up to 4 to 5 to 6 Hilux trucks filled with soldiers protecting one man and his family. Meanwhile, all throughout the year, people are being gunned down in the East. Those ones gunned down, they are disposable. But these ones, they are not. I was walking in Germiston in South Africa, and there was a sign on one of the gates. Armed guards will appear in 10 minutes. The wall, the fence has a sensor. Immediately you cross the sensor, an alarm will trigger, the security company will hear, and in 10 minutes they will be there. So that man does not need to become a minister. He does not need to be a governor. He just has to, once he can afford the payment for that security company. So, what do you need to do? Add value to your life. Add value to your life. Add value to your life. The little opportunities that this so-called elites, my wicked generation, allow you to have, use them very well. I've seen people who left public schools, read medicine, became prominent lawyers, became prominent people from public schools. I've seen people who attended Nigerian universities and they have built companies. I've seen those who did not have much built their lives. People who didn't go to school much. I'm not condemning education. My dear brother, Dr. Cosmos Maduka, Zitino Motors, and Chisco, they grew up serving people, but they maximize the opportunities. We're entering a new year. You are getting older. You come to Facebook, to YouTube, you start attacking people who talk about your church and your denomination. You go catch kokofi. There's something called kokofi in Yoruba language. Every person is strategizing their family members, giving them priority. And you can't blame them. They started those denominations. They labored. They sacrifice. You, if you be mumu, no plan for your own life, you will start complaining in future. One key thing you must take from this message: add value to your life. The next thing is add value to your vote. It is a democratic system that can uproot this disparity of the iron law of the oligarchy. Yes, will your vote count? Yes. Who are those who rig the elections? NYSC members, security agents, thugs. Who are those that falsify the results? The workers in the Electoral Commission, and most of them, if they don't end up in any political office, they are disposable. They are disposable. And the funny thing is that Nigeria has a way of catching up with all of us. Catches up with all of us. It's a painful thing. I heard that one of them is sick now, allegedly sick. He's not in this country. He will go overseas, because if you rig the elections, you bring in competent people, the health sector will deteriorate. And so it catches up with all of us. Let's learn, let's try and build a society where every life matters and is of equal value. At least let's get close to it. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki.